Hey, good morning, traders. Today is December 12th, and it's just a little bit before 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. And this is your market update for today. And today I thought we'd do a little video just to kind of show you what's going on with the market. So let's take a look at the New York Stock Exchange indexes and our indicators that have been very accurate for at least the last 18 months. And let's take a look. So what you're seeing is everything rolling over. You're seeing this moving average roll over the standard deviation line, which is this red line. You're seeing these indicators showing, these red indicators showing that we have 3 green arrows down, which means that things are pretty negative out there. And if you look at today's action, you're seeing newer lows being made. So we have a 6-day trend lower right now working to be in place. Now this could reverse and create an upside candle, hammer candle, but I don't think we're going to get that today. I think the market is bullish, but at the end of the year, people are taking money off the table. This could be the beginning of a bear market, but we have to wait for that to develop before we see that. What I think is going to happen is you're going to see the market trending down to test these October 15th lows. And if you look at the chart of a lot of your stocks, they might be doing the same thing. Money market and money managers may be taking their money off the table, making themselves look good. So they're selling off, locking in some of their profits. They might be selling off some of their losers and tidying up their portfolio as the market goes down. And you'll see that accelerated selling. So yesterday we had an up day, but you'll notice that this candle here shows that at the end of the day, it finished toward the low side of the range. And it was an inside day, which means there's a lot of uncertainty. And today the selling continued. And it was a low volume day yesterday, by the way. So 3 things to take a look at. These averages are crossing over each other. They're all facing down. The markets are down, and there's still quite a ways to go as we go down into the standard deviation, this 3% standard deviation area, which means the market, the New York Stock Exchange, can go from 10,639 to 10,400. We see our Genius indicator, which is now pointing down. And generally, you can see, if you look back on this, that the indicator moves in a trend-like fashion. So once it goes down, it kind of stays down. Once it goes up, it stays up for a long time, many weeks at a time. So we're in for a big slog of correcting here, and we don't think there's going to be a lot of buying that's going to be able to hold it up until the end of the year, unless of course we get some good news or whatever. But right now we're short a lot of positions. We're short ConocoPhillips. We're short C-Trip, CTRP, we're short Netflix, we're short GoPro as well, even though they got upgraded this morning. So we've got a few shorts on the table, and we're short Priceline. That's our biggest short right now, because we think that if Europe slows down, and it looks like the U.S. may slow down, although gas prices are going to be getting a lot cheaper. But with Europe slowing down, Priceline does about 60% of its business in Europe. And if Europeans aren't able to travel as much, even though gas is getting cheaper, they're not going to buy as many tickets through Priceline. And so we think that's a negative for that stock. Let's take a quick look at Priceline and just look at the weekly action on it. And here is the weekly action on Priceline. Come on. Come up. All right, you'll see these are my Fibonacci lines here. Let me go ahead and get rid of some of those just so that you can see this a little bit easier. But you'll see that Priceline made a top here, and it's kind of a head and shoulders top. Here's a shoulder, there's a shoulder, and then we have a neckline, which is fairly flat. But the stock has not been able to stay above that neckline. Notice how it tried to get above this blue line here, and then it failed on volume the next week. And then it tried again, and then it's now failing again. So we think it's going to go down and test these lows at around $1,000 a share. This low here is actually 1017. And so we have some put positions that we've bought over the last few days that we've recommended to our market clubbers. And they're doing quite well on those puts. Hopefully they've done them, and you have your stops in place so you don't lose money now, especially that you're in a profit position. But we think the stock is going to continue to go lower. This 618 retracement is a 1035 level. That's a key level for it, and that low is a key level. If it doesn't do well on that, if it blows through that on volume, you're looking for a low to probably come in around this area right in here, which is 969, although that's a minor area. This is really the major area of support, and that's 775. So you can see there's a lot of ways for Priceline to go down. So that's a little bonus analysis on Priceline here for you today, and hope you have a great trading week. Remember, try to stay short, or at least in cash, so that you don't get burned on the upside. Don't try to be a salmon and swim against the current. Happy trading.